Greetings. We're coming up on the holiday of Halloween. Now, I gotta say, this was much more fun for me as a kid than it is as an adult. Although, this year I had a lot of fun with it. And I think that's what Halloween is really all about for 98% of people. I mean, there's 1% of people who believe that this is a demonic holiday, and as Christians, they need to not celebrate it, touch it, go anywhere near it. And if you do, you're damned to hell. And there's another 1% on the other side who actually are worshiping the devil in some way or doing witchcraft. And there's some oddities out there. But the rest of us, 98% of us, we know. Look, if you go to church and you just go there and dress up and don't really care about what's going on there, just want to see your friends and then go home, you're not a Christian. The same as it would be true if you got dressed up on Halloween, went around and asked for candy. It doesn't make you a devil worshiper. It just doesn't. There's just no way to make those kind of things make sense. So I did a community art project for Halloween, pumpkins, and I enlisted the aid of artisan squirrels who happen to live in my yard. Very talented young fellows. And I started out by making some little holes, 3 of them, and then I filled them with peanut butter. Now this pumpkin isn't the one I used. The one I used I'm going to show you. But spookily, to me, they made these same holes on this pumpkin that I had out in front of my yard. So why did they do that? Did they follow my instruction? I have no idea. But anyway, they loved the peanut butter. The first couple days, all they did was eat the peanut butter and accidentally eat a little pumpkin. Eventually, though, they started eating a lot of pumpkin, and I suddenly had this one gigantic eye and a little bit of chewing around in the other parts. And it began to get a little bit scary. This was a scary looking pumpkin, like some kind of Popeye monster. And then I turned it a third so that the scary eye was now the mouth. Because, hey, squirrels are always sideways, running up, trees and stuff, or they're upside down. Their perspective is not our perspective. So I figured, hey, that's what it must be. And so they just kept eating away at that mouth until it overwhelmed the whole mouth cavity. And then they made new eyes up here. And I realized that they had made their own nose based on the place where this, this pumpkin, has this stem. So this is the nose. I didn't realize that that's the way that it ought to work. By the way, I found a squirrel tail in my one of my walks, so I kind of used that too. And so it seemed to me that what they were trying to say with this pumpkin is, hey, this is the way a human looks to me. They're big and scary and strange looking, and probably all squirrels think that we look about all alike, So this was my first pumpkin, and I thought that was a very great success. But I decided to do another pumpkin. And they got started on it before I was ready, because I was ready to put it out there, and they started chewing on it, and they just kept going. They didn't stop with 3 holes. They went all the way down to here. Wow. At first I thought, well, this is ruined, and this is not a jack-o'-lantern or a jack-o'-squirrel or whatever it is. It's something completely different. And of course, as I thought about it some more, I realized it was upside down again, of course, that it was a hat. And, then I thought, well, if it had captain's bars here, like in the military, now it could be Captain Jack-a'-Squirrel. And, of course, Captain Jack-a'-Squirrel would need, and the safety is on, they would need a squirrel gun, right? Sorry about that, Captain. So I developed this whole ensemble based on the, what I was getting from these squirrels. And so we've got Captain Jack-a'-Squirrel and his squirrel gun right here. And so this was my community art project, and it's just fun to do stuff like this on Halloween. And I know this looks kind of ridiculous, but let's not judge those squirrels. They did their very best. Have a happy Halloween.